Alright, I'm back with some Isaac Lost gameplay. It's been a while, been playing a couple other games, but jumping back into this. So forgive me if some of my gameplay is a little bit rusty. I haven't played in a few months now. But picking up the pencil, first item, really good item. Whenever I see this one, I'm like, that's free DPS. Every 15 shots, you shoot a shotgun-like blast. Really, really good at clearing out enemies, just like that. Yeah, just like that. I'm trying something different with this run, with this video. In fact, I'm going to play everything at normal speed. Typically, in the past in the 3 videos. Wow, what a history. Anyway, I've been speeding up the content for the first part of the game, so that I don't spend as much time playing really low stakes gameplay. I don't know if people enjoy getting to the good stuff quicker, or if the demand is for, you know, longer videos. They just want to chill and watch every last detail. I'm not sure. I don't know the specifics on what people enjoy. But that's why I'm trying this out. So we'll see what happens. So I'm just doing some min-maxing here. I'm using a bunch of the items to try and nudge things a little bit stronger in the start of the game. I picked up the power pill because that's going to allow me to get out of this punishment room without taking damage. Did yield some easy pills there. I got extra range pretty much for nothing. I was going to use that pill for anything else, the power pill. I generally don't like blasting cap or like things that just increase the amount of consumables I get, because I'm gonna have heaps anyway. I generally scrape the best number of consumables out of a level I can. But anyway, in this case, I did pick it up. Maybe it'll be of some benefit to me. Here I'm just trying to decide if I want to faff about with the chariot, the upside down chariot. But huge growth. It's just such a good card. It's so much damage for really any big challenge I might come across. This is not one of those challenges though. Very easy boss, especially with pencil. A single shotgun blast taking out half its health there, so not really too fussed about that. Little extra range. I'm really not hurting for range now. I've juiced that stat a fair bit actually now. So let's just power on. See what else is out there. Actually, I can't remember all the specifics of this run, so some of it's going to be a shock to me, but I do know that there's some pretty shocking plays in there. Some really bad damage, so don't hold that against me. Alright, it's just a tedious room to clear, these spiders hopping about. Get through it. Demon's Tail does literally nothing for this character. I just walked through that room and picked it up by accident. I mean, actually, we'll open it up. If there's an interaction that's super easy to encounter with Demon's Tail that actually does yield some benefit for the Tainted Lost, let me know. I don't profess to know everything about this game. Certainly far from it. But, I have my preferred ways of playing, and, those do pretty alright for me. Yeah, so again, the shotgun blasts from pencil, very useful. Oh, see, that almost got hit by the spike chest. You just got to be real careful. If it's not ghosts, if it's not spike chests, you just don't know until you take that fraction of a second to be sure. Consolation prize ups my lowest stat at the moment. That's speed. Really, I mean, that's less than a consolation prize. Speed is one of the least interesting stats possible, obviously, but we'll take it, I guess. Does give an extra item as well. Wasted a bomb there, but I've got heaps of spare bombs. Chilling out in the corner. Alright, that one hits. Oh my goodness, dodging. Oh, okay. You can see I was definitely riding by the seat of my pants there, and it overheated completely and took a hit of damage there. After I'd killed the boss, it had the martyrdom perk, and I took that damage for free, for fun even. But I mean, you can see the length of the video, so you know that it's not all ogre for me just yet. Let's keep on. There's got to be something I can do to salvage this. Of course, one of the strongest points of the Lost is that you will have a chance whenever you drop a card for that card to become the holy card, which grants you that invuln barrier. It's not a stackable barrier. You only get one, so you've got to still play fairly tight with your gameplay, but it's not really that hard in my opinion, and not having to deal with all of the really boring health up items is really what salvages this. Now here we go. This is the reason. This is the reason why I was able to hold on with this. Not only getting the glowing hourglass, which rewinds the room to the previous room, making it like I never even stepped foot in that room, is great for Lost, because if I take any bad damage, I get 3 chances per floor to undo that damage and try that room again with all of the extra knowledge I gain in that attempt to be able to play it hopefully just a little bit better. Alright, fishing for the secret room. I mean, yeah, it could have been either one of those. Maybe there's some other information that would have shown me that it wasn't the top one there. It ends up not being that useful. One thing I forgot to mention, Keeper's Tears. See this? Already paying off. I'm dropping coins every now and again when I hit an enemy with one of my tears. And that does apply to the bleeder proc as well, so that shot has a chance to also yield coins, as far as I know. I'm sure of it. Somewhat sure of it. Maybe. Okay. So yeah, easy boss, just unload on him. He's not even shooting his homing tears in the right direction. Cat of Nine Tails, damage up and shot speed up, fantastic, gimme. This is just a little bit of information gathering. You can enter the Devil Deal room with the glowing hourglass, check what's in there, unwind, and then keep your high chance to get an Angel Deal in the next floor. So you basically get the information of what was in there in case there was something like ludicrously good, like, I don't know, the twins, or something really strong, and get that information, know that you're not going to need either of those items, and then rewind out. Here we have just some simple room clearing with a little bit of spicy dodging. I don't know if I needed to make it quite so challenging there. I could have just gone over the chasm from the start, but here we are. Eternal D6, fairly okay item. It has obviously that chance of completely erasing the pedestal item, but if you've got that and a lot of pedestal items that you just don't care about, maybe a shoop de whoop or something like that, you can re-roll it, hopefully get something a little bit more useful. But I don't know that there's a lot of, I don't recall it being that impactful in this run, so let's see what happens. Straight into the shop, grab me that champion belt. Extra damage, you can almost never go wrong with extra damage. I mean, of all stats. just add more damage. Heaps of coins there to pick up. What do we got in the item room? Ooh, finger. Awesome item. Infinite range. You can just point at enemies and they'll take damage. Very, very useful. You don't need to be accurate. It's constant ticks. Very, very useful stuff. Alright. Cheese the bonies by standing over the rocks. Very, very good. And everything melting. Just a couple of shots. A couple of ticks off the finger. Very, very easy gameplay. Mind you, at this point, still one hit away from death. I mean, if I get hit here at all, I won't have a chance to rewind with the glowing hourglass because I'll be dead. So, I mean, if I get myself into a really spicy situation, then maybe I can preemptively jump out, but I'm not. I don't know that my reactions are quite so good. I'm generally like full committed until I take damage. But yeah, something's keeping me alive here. Sheer determination, power of will, maybe. So tricky room because obviously these guys have that martyrdom shot and the bombs. So actually, you can trigger the bombs with the damage off your finger. So if you're just watch where you're pointing that thing, because yeah, sometimes you can a bit of an own goal if you're not watching it. Alright, now obviously the Fool card, with the Lost, you don't want to be walking into these punishment rooms. You will obviously take damage, which gets rid of your shield, or kills you, like it would here. But with the Fool card, you get to teleport out straight to the first room of the level. And see, this is a conundrum because I can't use the magic skin anywhere else because I'll just die by going out the door. So I use it in here, spawning an item from this pool, consuming the magic skin, and then teleporting out using the Fool card. So, I mean, it would have been nice if there was another way I could have got that magic skin out to the secret room, because the secret room is one of the best places to use magic skin or any item that allows you to get an item out of the pool for that room, because you've got things like death certificate which you can get in the secret room, and obviously that's a very strong proposition. Now really what I should have done here is I should have kept spending money in to maybe get the next 2 items from the pool here, but yeah, it is what it is. Straight away here, I get that quarter, not a useful quarter, so I take the Eternal D6, open it up, and roll on it, which promptly destroys the quarter. Worth a shot, though. You never know. Now I've got to play like my life depends on it, because it does. Try not to die here from this situation that I've put myself in. But again, these are fairly easy enemies. My stats are looking pretty okay. My damage output, my DPS, pretty good. I'm not stressing too much, other than the fact, of course, that any bit of damage will end me. That's about it for this floor, though. Straight on down. Catacombs, number 2. All right. Yeah, I really can't remember what happens here. We're plugging through to try to achieve escape velocity. That's the way I like to put it. There's a tipping point in an Isaac run where you just overcome everything that it can throw at you, and the game becomes one in essence. Haven't got there just yet with this build, and I don't think I actually do get there to a point where I'm unbeatable. But this is actually the way I pretty much save the run, because you see that pack of cards there. Of course, Hive Mind's great, but pack of cards, dishing up the Holy card, using it straight away. Gives me a Joker as well. Fantastic thing to be getting here. Yes, the Holy card is the core of it, because now I've got that shield up. Anytime I take damage, I'm just going to use that glowing hourglass and zip right back to the previous room, using my gulp pill from all of this coinage that I'm just generating from the Cards Against Humanity card. A very, very good card to use in large rooms, because every single square in the room becomes poop. Yeah, very useful, especially when tied in with the petrified poop or some other item that allows you to do something with poops. And here we are, heaps of gold, heaps of coins. I could probably use that to turn all those into bombs. I'm not really too fussed as to how many bombs I have. You get to the point where they stop really being super duper useful. Mostly my concern now flips over to how can I get the most out of angel rooms that I can possibly get. I've got an innate chance, 77% chance to find one after beating this boss. And I've obviously got the Joker card to go straight there, regardless. So, best choice here is to just play out the floor, see if it spawns. If it doesn't, then use the Joker card to go straight there. Nice and easy. Couple of easy bosses. Absolutely no danger here whatsoever. If I take damage, I zip out of the room. I've got 2 more attempts. I mean, I doubt I'd even really try again if I got hit there, because what was it? I think roid, some syringe virus. Not that useful. I can't remember what it was, but I just picked it up for the sake of it. This boss fight actually, a couple of near misses there. No biggie. We're moving on. Yeah, see, heaps of bombs, I actually don't spend a lot of time in arcades. Yeah, you can min-max it a whole bunch, and there's ways to to really tip the run in your favor by nickel and diming your way in those situations. But it just takes so much time. I'd rather just plow through, see what I get naturally. In some areas, do as much as I can to get a little bit extra. But too much of it, and I feel like I get bogged down in the weeds. Let's just get in, get the boss fight done. Let's see if we get that angel room. 77%. That's a pretty high chance. I think you would admit that's a high chance. But I seem to have some pretty shocking luck when it comes to spawning it. Hey, okay, yep, 77.5% chance, pretty high. What did we get? Sweet FA. Actually, so bad. Anyway, so the reason here to try to fight the angel here. I think I like fat fingered the PlayStation touch button because I was so triggered by how close I got to getting hit there. But the reason I did that was to pick up the key piece. It increases your chance of getting an angel deal. You see there, it's a good some amount of percent, and there we go. That's straight away. That's what I'm talking about. Where I took the damage, immediately was like, nope. Played my nope card and left the room straight away, straight back into the other room after having the information of knowing that there's nothing really of use in that room. Why would I go back there to try to fight that room again unless there was something of worth? And there really wasn't. Luck up car, pill, sorry. Very nice. More bombs, 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 and more bombs. More bombs again. Yep, more bombs. So yeah, so many bombs. What am I going to do with all these bombs? Bomb skulls for another holy card, potentially. Okay, attack fly. Not the most useful of all items, but it has potential to give me Beelzebub if I get a couple more items from that pool. So I'm not going to say no to that. Unless an item is like actively bad, like actively, you know, something like Ipecac. I mean, and don't get me wrong, Ipecac is great for some builds. You know, there's a lot of builds where you'll be stoked to see that item, but in a situation like this where I'm playing the Tainted Lost, every bit of errant damage on the board that could, you know, lead me to taking damage, I'm just not gonna put myself in that situation unless I've got a way to mitigate that potentiality. But yeah, let's keep on keeping on. More bombs. Accidentally hit that that lock. No big deal, really. Here I'll chuck some coins straight into the donation machine. Whenever I've got a run where I'm just like swimming in coins, I throw a bunch in there because I have a tendency to withdraw from the donation machine when I'm like maybe 5 to 10 away from getting a pretty good item. Here we go with the golden chests. I only got 2 out of the potential 4, but that's okay. I got a tears up. There's worse things that could have happened out of that. I could have got, you know, what, like two single pennies. That would have been pretty worthless. But I got a tears up, so that's fine. We know what's in that top right unexplored room. Not much of anything very useful, so I think we're going to power on and hit up the boss. See if we can get that angel deal. Angel room. Gish fight. Very, very easy boss. I can actually just sit on top of the rocks and take no damage. He like glitches out because he doesn't know how to hit you when you're over the top of a rock. Yeah. Yeah, this is one of the shadow benefits of playing this character. Now, honestly, if I really thought about it, the best way to go about this would have been, yeah, I mean counterfactual, but would have been to understand that there was a Bible in here, use that glowing hourglass to leave the room, keeping my Joker card, and then continuing on my merry way. But there I decided to pick up the Bible for whatever reason, and keep going with my run. I think there was another card, wasn't there? I had another card somewhere that I was gonna go and pick up. Don't know why I thought that there would be a secret room there. Was there another card? No, I don't think there was. I should have just kept that. That's that one's on me. But yeah, as you see, I'm still going, still alive. There's worse situations to be in on a run where I already have a pretty killer combo in the hourglass, and just a single holy card. So you know we're still strong, even without the potentiality to get into a much more useful angel room. I always like to bomb those donation machines, or the devil beggars, I think they are, because I have a tendency to run through rooms with just going A to B, just plowing through, because I'll forget what's in the room, or if there's some kind of curse which swaps the rooms. High potential in my experience to hit one of those, busting my my shield. Again, not that much of an issue with the glowing hourglass, but I still don't want to be wasting charges in a situation where there's just really no good reason to need to. And I've got an absolute butt ton of bombs. Oh, man, some of those shots. It's okay, still alive. Neptunus. Okay, actually a very good item. You can toggle this. Oh, see, taking damage, rewind it, play a bit smarter the second time around, be better, as it were. But Neptunus, actually really good if you toggle it in a lot of situations where you go between using it and giving it a quick break and then using it again. You get a nice DPS boost out of doing it that way, rather than just holding your fire button down. And Evil Eye as well, really cool item. It shoots out a little eye that replicates your shots and shoots in the same direction you're shooting. So you can shoot it, at, let's say right of screen, and then shoot north of screen, and the shots will come off in the same direction. And if you add in some kind of homing item, then very, very useful to deal a heap more damage. This is more DPS, easy DPS. Alright, so you see I'm down to one hourglass charge already, so I've got to be a bit more careful now. That previous room, I didn't kill that little gish because it actually had the bomb affix, and I would have taken damage there if I was too close. But yeah, moving right along. Mum's hands. Oh yeah, what was in the yeah, more tears up, and a pretty significant boost there. Actually, tears up is a very good thing to have to synergize with the pencil, because technically, if you can get to 15 shots quicker than you were otherwise getting there, then that actually increases the amount of times you're able to use the pencil bleeder proc per room, potentially, per encounter. My little bum friend there giving me the lucky foot, fantastic. It's a really, really good addition. Not super duper good because I already have the PhD, but potential for me to win out on gambling quicker. straight into, yeah, the devil deal, angel room. That's right. This was frustrating because there I have it, Gift of Eden, but I can't take it because I have the glowing hourglass. Sure, I've got the potential to get 2 items from a pool, but what good is it when I could just take damage and you know, two bits of damage and die? Whereas if I have the rewind, I've got a lot more chances to survive than I otherwise would. So here, not super duper strong this run. I think just the survivability is really what's carrying me. You know, by this time in the run, you'd really hope to have some sweet modifier, maybe Sacred Heart, Godhead, you know, you know, accuracy, something that really sends you into the stratosphere. But here, just don't have that. So that's where I'm taking a bit of damage, a bit of silly damage. And really, with the womb, it is a matter of, I say it all the time, just racing through these levels, because it doesn't pay off really to spend too long here. No shop, no item room. I just want to get to the boss room, potentially get an angel deal or otherwise, and then move right along. Oh, okay, a Spider-Mon. Very, very good. You know, it gives you an idea of where enemies are at in terms of damage. So don't mind grabbing that every time. I'm just going to sink money into this. I mean, okay, paying off straight away. But yes, no reason not to when I've got so much money. Realizing there that that dice item, it ain't it, because I need to keep the glowing hourglass. So I keep on pushing. Just there, almost hitting those spiky rocks. You know, I've got heaps of bombs. I'm just going to remove them from the equation so that I don't, you know, embarrass myself further than I already have by some of this horrendous damage. But not an issue, right? Because I'm sitting pretty. I got 3 charges. I got my shield. I've got a power pill in case you know, I get myself into any other really difficult situations. I would like to have an extra shield. An extra holy shield would be probably the best consumable to have on hand. But you know, we're a lot of points of failure away from needing that. Alright, meconium, nope. Don't want. Yep, spiky chest. More bombs, bombs, and more bombs. Actually, you know, having the ghost modifier for my bombs, pretty neat, pretty useful, but you know, not as good as, let's say, a you know, brimstone bomb or something like that. Attempt number 2 at this room. Definitely is, there's better ways to kite these enemies than what I did that first time, so this time I'm just being a little bit more cautious. Mom's heart. Not usually a tough fight, you know, really the only time you take damage is when you stop paying attention in situations just like that. So now I'm going to give that another whirl. You know, get the pause buffer, and using power pill to, you know, clean up some of this some of this chaos with those eyes. Neptunus is working really good there, dodging pretty deftly between those shots, which is great. And Jar of Wisps. So actually, if you look at the items that I've got so far through this run, you'll notice that, am I correct in saying that there's not a single good angel deal item on my bench? There really actually isn't. Alright, zip out of that. I don't need to be involved in that. Okay. Those things are crazy annoying. I get hit by them, you know, way too often. I think you're supposed to strafe a bit more than what I was there and what I often do. But you know, they got me good. I'm not gonna make excuses other than to say, yeah, my bad. Or see that Jar of the Wisps coming in clutch, blocking that shot from hitting me. I actually didn't notice that in my original playthrough. That there was purely from just using that item once. In that angel room. All right, so yeah, do I actually cap out on my glowing hourglass charges here? I can't recall. Still got one left. Once you use the 3 charges, it turns into just a regular hourglass, which slows down the enemies in the room, recharging back to 3 once you get to the next floor. But I can't recall if I actually did that. Now it's really good fortune for me that I think the boss room is along this path, which is the third path I've chosen since I managed to take damage from you know, the 2 other paths in some pretty difficult rooms. So here I pick up the Your Soul, managed to kill those eyeballs, thankfully, and keep my run going in a pretty safe position, hopefully. But you can see there's still more to come, right? So in a way, this is a bit of a spoiler, unless I, you know, somehow pad out the rest of this video with nonsense, which is effectively what the whole video is, because you know, I'm not playing at a super high level at the moment. I'm still catching back up, getting my my game sense back. I go straight into the chariot here because I don't want to be, you know, taking any dumb damage in this fight. I just want to get the kill, move on. Don't need Baby Bender. I'll keep the Your Soul, and oh, actually, yeah, I do remember this. I thought, hey, look, maybe I should go and do that, those chests. I could get something useful out of there, and indeed there is extra damage, which is a pretty useful thing to have. So I keep, you know, I try to min-max this a bit, but obviously they're taking damage, so zip out of there. You know, the extra damage is not worth having to fight those eyeballs. Let's just go to the next floor and I get those charges back and I'm safe again. So Dark Room, final floor. Now, obviously, Mega Satan unlocked there, but I'm not going to bother with that. I'm definitely not strong enough. I'm definitely not strong enough. So I'm just going to use my Your Soul to grab the mark. Use the free Devil Deal to pick up Maggie, I believe it was, and see if I can get through this floor without taking too much damage. Many of these enemies are just not a challenge at this point, but again, I'm not super duper strong, so I'm being a little bit cautious. I had some kind of homing, maybe I'd be more interested in checking out Mega Satan. A very easy boss fight. Free lemonade? No thanks. Unlike the Simpsons reference. Very easy fights so far, and really underwhelming items coming out of these chests. So, ooh, yeah, that's that cone damage. Got to be careful. Some of that was pretty tight. No biggie. We good. Oh, yeah, these bombs. That one had me cornered. That was inches away from, you know, seconds before disaster. But Monstro 2 dealing damage to me. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember this bit. I remember thinking that was pretty sad. But it's okay. I actually should have picked up the bouncing ball. A 10% chance on all of these tiers would have been pretty useful. But dealt the damage, rotten tomato. Okay. Oh, that was tragic. Yeah, actually, that's. I forgot that I got down to this. Down to very much one hit away from death. So this is pretty spicy. Did I even win this? Did I win this run? I hope so. It'd be pretty anticlimactic if I you know ended up dying in this fight. But honestly, there's not much chance of that happening. The Lamb, very easy boss, and some really wonky hitboxes on a lot of his attacks. So there's very little chance you're actually going to die. See, like I'm like standing right underneath him and not getting hit by that laser beam. I don't know if I should have died there, but I lived. Easy run, easy life. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked it, hit subscribe. More to come. Thanks so much.